Good morning, sir.
Yeah. ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ वेदो नित्यमदीयतां तदुदितं कर्म स्वनुष्ठीयताम् तेनेशस्य विधीयतामपचितिः काम्ये मतिस्त्यज्यताम् पापौगः परिधूयतां भवसुखे दोषोऽनुसन्धीयताम् आत्मेच्छा व्यवसीयतां निजगृहात् तूर्णं विनिर्गम्यताम् संगः सत्सु विधीयतां भगवतो भक्तिर्दृढाधीयताम् शान्त्यादिः परिचीयतां दृढतरः कर्माशु सन्त्यज्यताम् सद्विद्वानुपसृप्यतां प्रतिदिनं तत्पादुका सेव्यताम् ब्रह्मैकाक्षरमर्त्यतां श्रुतिशिरः वाक्यं समाकर्ण्यताम् वाक्यार्थश्च विचार्यतां श्रुतिशिरः पक्षः समाश्रीयताम् दुस्तर्कात् सुविरम्यतां श्रुतिमतस्तर्कोऽनुसन्धीयताम् ब्रह्मास्मीति विभाव्यतामहरहर्गर्वः परित्यज्यताम् देहेऽहमिति रुज्यतां बुधजनैर्वादः परित्यज्यताम् क्षुद्व्याधिश्च चिकीत्स्यतां प्रतिदिनं भिक्षौषधं भुज्यताम् स्वाद्वन्नन्न तु याच्यतां विधिवशात् प्राप्तेन सन्तुष्यताम् शीतोष्णादिविषह्यतां न तु वृथा वाक्यं समुच्चार्यताम् औदासीन्यमभीप्स्यतां जनकृपानैष्ठुर्यमुत्सृज्यताम् एकान्ते सुखमास्यतां परतरे चेतः समाधीयताम् पूर्णात्मासु समीक्ष्यतां जगदिदं तद्व्याधितं दृश्यताम् प्राक्कर्म प्रविलाप्यतां चितिबल नाप्युत्तरैश्लिष्यताम् प्रारब्धं त्विह भुज्यतामथ परब्रह्मात्मना स्थीयताम्. Okay. So we are studying one of the Prakarana Granthas, Moksha Shastram. Sadhana Panchakam is a Smriti related Shastram, which is a complete, concise, precise what the Vedas have told in terms of how to achieve the goal. In just 5 shlokas, Adi Shankaras have told. So which means in a nutshell we are learning Vedas. And when we learn Vedas and when we learn some of our Dharma Granthas, either Shruti or Smriti or Puranas or Itihasas, Bhagavata, whatever, apart from there is Drishtaphalam, which is knowledge, there is Adrishtaphalam called Punyam also. So whenever we are learning a Shastra, which is the Vedanta Shastra or any other Yoga Shastra or anything, whatever we are learning, which is related to the Dharma Shastras, the Vedas, as the basis for that is till that moksha is there, there is karma, karma phala, and karma phala is adrishta phala. So, it is imperative that we follow certain values and attitudes, right? So we need to follow certain values and attitude, and one of a very important value and which comes out as an action is wearing a tika. One chandan, one kunku, one bhasma, something needs to be applied on the forehead. Don't sit with a blank forehead. Please go and apply something and come. I will wait for the class to continue. Gents, ladies, everyone will apply something on the forehead and come. So slowly by this, a habit needs to get formed. We are so conveniently habituated not to apply anything. So which was a habit earlier in the past few generations, that without applying something no one would even talk anything. Pahila snan karke bahar aaye to first apply. Now it has become a habit not to apply. So it will take time to again change it back, that we have to apply and come, and we have to bring the change. If we bring the change, for that we have to wait for some time, we have to allow everyone to come back, and then we will continue. Because I am telling this, from next time don't keep your video off. Even if your video is off, I will continue to tell this, because slowly that habit will get generated. Okay, something, whatever, कुछ नहीं तो हल्दी रहेगा घर पे, डालो हल्दी डाल के आओ, चलेगा. It is good. Yeah, something should be there, because it is a Dharma Shastra we are learning, and apart from a knowledge, you will also 100% get punyam just by listening to it, just by learning it, right? Okay. So we will continue. Last time where did we stop? It has been about 3 weeks now. Yeah, so can you tell me the Sanskrit line where we stopped? Karmashu santyajyatam. Okay. So, Karmashu santyajyatam. See how properly it is coming and sitting there. You have all become Vedanta student. Karmashu santyajyatam. You have stopped applying tika. Karmashu santyajyatam. Correct? Stopping it nicely. But this is not called maturing out. This is called laziness. Okay. When it is maturing out, you will automatically, doesn't matter, you will still apply it. That is maturing out. Okay. Okay. Sangha satsu vidhiyatam bhagavato bhaktir dridadhiyatam shantyadif parichiyatam dridataram karmashu santyajyatam. Sangha satsu vidhiyatam. So you have to be very, very, very choosy about your people whom you are moving with. Whoever are going to be Sangha, it should be Sat Sangha. That is what is going to give mind a stability, a calmness. So always be very specific. Sangha Satsu Vidhiyatam Bhagavato Bhaktir Dridadhiyatam. Many people actually accuse Adi Shankara that he doesn't talk of bhakti at all. He is talking about jnanam. He doesn't talk of dhyanam. He doesn't talk of bhakti. He says, leave karma anyway. He is very happy. Whomever you meet, he will always say, become a sannyasi. So if you somewhere meet Adi Shankaracharya, be little away. Huh? He will catch to convert everyone to become a sannyasi. So in many places, very clearly, the meaning very clearly he says that means get into sannyasa ashrama. In many of his bhashyams, very clear. पकड़ा जिसको सबको बोलते तुम सन्यासा नहीं लिया तो यूजलेस है, योर लाइफ इज यूजलेस. सो अदर आवर स्वामी परमार्थानंदा, एवरीवन आर ओके, they are very, they understand grihastha ashrama also, but Adi Shankara does not understand grihastha ashrama. He says no, sannyasa is the only thing. Your objective is that, then come to sannyasa, otherwise forget everything. You continue to be what you are doing. Okay, so bhagavato bhaktir dridhadhiyatam. People tell that there is nothing called as bhakti in Adi Shankara, and you will be surprised for all the people who have been hearing Shankara Bhashyam of Vishnu Sahasranamam every day evening, which we are reading by 7 o'clock to 7:30. You will see that it is just bhakti, bhakti and bhakti, which is completely the way he has talked about bhakti. Okay, and Ishvara bhakti, Ishvara pranidhana, Ishvara shraddha. And if someone says that he is not talking of bhakti, he says without bhakti jnanam will never come. Without that unstainted, complete shraddha, complete submission, this jnanam can never come. So that is a base. Bhakti has to be a base. Will the jnanam come without a focused mind? Never it will come. That means yoga, dhyana is always there. You have to have that. And you should come to that ekagrachit mind, so that whenever Shravanam Mananam is happening, then you are completely immersed in it and nothing else comes to your mind. Nothing else comes to your mind. That means so focused the mind is, एक बार वो वॉल चालू कर दिया तो पानी बस वैसे ही आता रहेगा. ठीक है. So very clearly Adi Shankara gives a lot of importance to bhakti, gives a lot of importance to dhyanam, but he says these are all avantara, these are all peripheral which are required. The thing what is the main is jnanam. These are supportive to jnanam. Okay, but without that it is not going to happen. Again clearly he says Bhagavato bhaktir dridhadhiyatam. Dridha bhakti, not simple bhakti. Completely unshaken bhakti should be there. Okay. Then Shantyadif Parichiyatam. Shantyadif Parichiyatam is meditative process, get into samadhi. So clearly bhakti is there, dhyanam is there. Correct? And Karmashu Santyajyatam. Start slowly giving up karma little by little, little by little. Reduce the karma. Why? Now we are already into Vanaprastha ashrama. Still if you continue to do the karma, same thing I will do. Why? Because I started enjoying it. Every day I am enjoying it, so let me do it. That means I like 5th standard, so I will always be learning 5th standard. I will be giving 5th standard exam, again continuing in 5th standard. Why? Syllabus is very nice, teacher is very nice. Do you want to be that way, or you want to pass from 5th standard and go to 6th? So if you have to pass from 5th standard, you have to leave 5th standard. That is what is karmashu santyajyatam. If you have to come to jnana yoga, you have to reduce karma yoga, because in a day 24 hours are there, limited time frame is there. You will have to do basic things like sleep, eat and other things for your body. Those things will be required. Then you will have to do something for the family. Yes. Then between the time what you have a choice to keep doing karma. That means whatever I know, keep repeating it, or also give focused time for learning something new and adapting to that. That means if you have to learn something new, you will have to drop. Okay? Okay. So that is how it is. And karmashu santyajyatam. Then he says, okay, that is where we stopped. Karmashu santyajyatam. Okay. Then he says, at this time, you will have to be very, very critical. You will have to keep scouting understand one thing, without a guru, jnanam can never ever come. If not in this janma, if you already have the jnanam, if you are an exception, then you would have already got this jnanam from some guru in previous janma. But without a guru, this jnanam is impossible. So keep searching. How will you search? Sadvidwan upasripyatam. Start serving people who are jnanis, who are intelligent, who are wise, who are vivekis, who have already are in this path. They may be your seniors, they may be whoever it is. Once you know, because normally you have a clear idea. No, I think I have a lot to learn from this person. So I will make this person as my guru. Then start serving the person. Start finding out occasions to get more close and close to that person. Serve that person. See what helps to establish a good relationship, because this jnanam is not something like a classroom jnanam that 25 people will come and sabko de diya. No, it is really a one-on-one. That teacher will assess the student's ability, will assess what is sadhana chatushtayam, then give some antidotes, give few things, give some time, and then slowly that jnanam is unfolded in a very systematic way. It is not simply that I opened one book and read and I have got that knowledge. You will never get that knowledge, because this knowledge is in a coded form. This Vedic Jnanam and Vedanta Jnanam is in a very coded form. It requires someone to decode it. It requires someone to operate the key, the instrument, the key, and the teacher operates the key and unfolds this Vedantic knowledge from the Shastram and puts it into your head and locks it. Okay, so someone needs to remove it from that book and put it inside your head. If you say that my eyes will do it, no, it cannot do. If you feel that my ears will do it, no, it cannot do it. It has to be done by the teacher, and you should be fully supportive to take whatever it is there. And then, is it only putting it in? No. Then you will have to analyze it with the knowledge what you have. Then doubts will come. Then clarity will have to happen by asking questions. Correct? Then the teacher will test what I have taught. Have you understood it correctly? So it is a highly interactive process, and you need a well-versed sampradaya with teacher. So start seeing and scouting for sadvidwan upasripyatam. Try to serve that person so that your value towards that person increases, shraddha towards him increases or her increases, and then slowly, only when such things happen, that ego will start going down and submitting, ready to accept what that other person says. Correct? Normally, otherwise, when we sit in a class, what is the first mindset? Let us challenge that person. You will not open the mouth and say, but every statement which is told is challenged mentally. Is it this? Why? Why it cannot be this way? For example, I will just make some statement which is going to now trigger a lot of disturbance. Ladies should not learn Vedas. Do everyone sitting here with submission, okay sir, we will not learn? Why? Who are you? Who are you to tell? Who are those rishis to tell that? Hum kisse kam hai? See, that thought comes, right? That thought will have to get cultured only by Shraddha. You still will understand the reason why. One is by challenging, the other is by what? Okay, I accept, 100% I accept, we will not chant. But let us try to understand logically why we should not chant. In both the ways you will understand the reason. But the value system, the attitude in both the ways are different. if I have given one small Laukika example like this, in Vedanta so many such examples will come. The Upanishad itself starts talking of example. Athato nu prashnaha uta vidvanaman lokam vetya kaschana gacchati aho vidvanaman lokam pretya kaschet samashnutavu. So here the student is asking, oh sir, you are telling like this, then how is this possible? See the tone in which it is also is a kaschana gacchati. ऐसा है क्या? आहो विद्वान अमन लोकम प्रेत्या कश्चित समश्नुतावु. Tell me now, you tell me. See, now you understand the flavor in which the student is asking, the attitude in which the student is asking. So the Upanishad itself brings that if Shraddha is not there, this is how it will get misunderstood. Okay, and where does this come? After Panchakosha Vivaranam, after Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, that student has been logically able to come to this and then says, Ananda Atma Brahma Puchham Pratishta Tadapyesha Shloko Bhavati Asanne Vasa Bhavati. Now the teacher is giving that. Then the question is coming in such a way, just see. Oh, is it like this? Now you tell me, if you tell it like this, you are cornered here. Now you tell me what this answer is. That is how the student is asking. So what happened to the Shraddha after learning such a lot of things? Even at that time, the Shraddha is not there. The Upanishad indirectly, by giving that swara to it that way, clearly tells that Shraddha deficit is still there. But the teacher always will be magnanimous to still give the answer. And then the teacher continues with the answer and completes and gives a full clarity about that answer, and that's how that particular prashna gets over. Okay, Brahmananda Valli gets over that way. Okay, so this questioning and answering, now this is one type of questioning by the student. Same way, Bhragurvai Varunihi Varunam Pitaramupasasara Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Now the way how the student is asking, see, Adhihi, you tell me that what you know by the Sampradaya. Hey Bhagavan, what is this Brahman? See the tone. Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Bhrigu telling Varuni, hey Bhagavan, oh God, you tell me that way which you have learned the Sampradaya way, what is Brahman? Now you see two tones. One is without Shraddha tone, one is with Shraddha. Both coming in the same Upanishad. Okay, so why am I saying this? Sadvidwan upasrupyatam tat paduka sevyatam. The more you serve the person, the more that ego starts completely getting fragile and fragile. The more that ego starts getting fragile, more jnanam will get coming in. Correct? Tat paduka sevyatam. It doesn't literally mean go and wash the padukas. No. Serve the teacher. That is why earlier those students were called Antevasi. They will stay at the teacher's place. They will serve the teacher. They will serve the family of the teacher. They will do whatever required things which are required for the house. And they will also learn. So they are a part of the family itself. Because the teacher's wife is going to cook and put food. Every day food is going to be given that way. They will bring bhiksha also, but then the food also comes from home. Tabiyat kharab hua, they are going to take care. So it is after more than the parents, because at that age up to 6, 7 they will not even remember, but from 7 to 15, whatever these children will remember is all the parents are going to be Guru and Guru Patni. So serving the teacher. And if you come to Manusmriti, he has written hundreds of shloka on how the student has to respect the teacher. 100 shlokas at least are there on the student-teacher relationship. Very, very completely. And this thing you will get it only in our Shastras. You will never get in any Western philosophy or anything. There, okay, come, let's start. Over, it is over. Thank you, bye bye, shake hands, over. No. Here it is very clear, and that is why normally the father used to be the teacher and the child, the son or the daughter used to be the student earlier. That later on moved to Gurukula system where other teachers had to teach. Earlier it is all fathers, and wherever you come across in Upanishads, 90% of the places it will be father, son only. Okay, right. Tad vidwan upasrupyatam pratidinam tat paduka sevyatam. Okay. Pratidinam tat paduka sevyatam. Tirpradadiyatam shantyadif parichiyatam. Sadvidwan upasrupyatam. Brahmajnani, another competent jnani, may he be approached. Okay. He should be a sampradaya with guru, not an academician. Very, very important. This person search that he needs to be a sampradaya with guru. What is sampradaya with guru? Today what we are doing is, if we are able to understand someone teaching something, you say, oh, very good teacher, let me learn from him. Okay, for example, you all are sitting and learning from me. Have you any time tried to check or understand whether there is sampradaya with guru or not? Okay. And in all our shastras, very clearly this sampradaya with guru is very clearly mentioned. Go to Bhagavad Gita chapter 4. Chapter 4, what is it? Tadvidde pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti tadjnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. That guru should be a jnani, should be a tattvadarshi. That means he should have been a student, learn properly the sampradaya way of this knowledge. Okay, and we will see what is sampradaya way later on. We will see what is, you will say, you have been always telling sampradaya way. Sampradaya way means what? Tika lagao, barobar se beto, palthi mar ke beto, namaskar karo. Is that called sampradaya way? No. The method of unfolding and the way of learning, that particular, there are requirements for it, and only when that is completed you can call it, it's a sampradaya way. That traditional proper way of learning. So the teacher has to be a sampradaya with guru, should have learnt it from another sampradaya teacher. Okay, and from that sampradaya teacher he should have completely imbibed it, understood it, completely become a jnani, and with his jnanam and the jnana phalam, the experience of that jnanam, he should be able to teach others. Who? Not everyone. He or she should be able to teach who have got sadhana chatushtaya. And that learning is called sampradaya learning. And this sampradaya learning is very true for anything. You take any of our learning in our system, including dance, including music, instrumental, take anything. Isn't it a sampradaya? Is gharanai ka ek parampara hai. There is a parampara. What does that mean? There is a way how you have been inducted as a student. Then that teacher unfolds it properly. Then tells, now you are a proper teacher. Now you can start taking other students in the proper way. Do not dilute it. Because upholding this knowledge is only in the sampradaya with teachers. Otherwise, it can be wrongly interpreted, misinterpreted, misused, misunderstood. Are you able to get this? That protection is what that kavach is what is the sampradaya every teacher gives. She ensures that it never gets diluted, it never gets distorted, it never gets misinterpreted, and it goes only into the hands of capable people. Okay. What does Ganpati Atharva Shirsha say? We all have been chanting. Many people chant Ganpati Atharva Shirsha without knowing what they are chanting. Huh? Ashishyaya nadeyam yo yadi moha dasyati sapapiyan bhavati evam atharva shirsham ashishyaya nadeyam. What does that mean? Evam atharva shirsham ashishyaya na deyam. Do not give this knowledge of Atharva Shirsha to someone who is ashishya. He has to be a shishya. Shishya means he has to follow a certain protocol. He has to be an eligible student. Give it only to that person. Why? If you give it wrongly to someone, yo yadi moha dasyati. In case you give it because of your raga dvesha, no, it is my child, my only son. So what if he doesn't have eligibility? Otherwise, who will learn it? Let me give it. They say no problem, let that knowledge die. It is better that knowledge dies without getting polluted rather than giving it into someone's hand who will dilute it and which anyway is going to kill it. Are you able to get that? That is why yoga were not given to anyone and everyone. Please understand that. And whatever we are learning yoga, we cannot even call it yoga. We are only learning some few asanas, moving hands and legs here and there. The proper yoga cannot be given to everyone, and because that mental state of mind should be there. Correct? When you go through Hatha Yoga Pradipika, that is the time you know how that person's mental makeup is there to get into that. And after Hatha Yoga Pradipika only, then comes Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Okay, so it is not the question of why it cannot be given. It can be 100% given to whoever wants, but that person should feel and get eligible for it. That eligibility criteria should be there. Then give it. Test, give it. Whom do you give an antibiotic? I am giving a negative example. Only when you test and you feel that no, this person needs a antibiotic to take care of his body, it cannot happen by itself. Only to that person you administer, not to everyone. Same way, the person who feels mentally that no, I am incomplete, for that person only, this doctor will give that antibiotic. For the person who feels I am fully complete, why should you give an antibiotic? Why does jnanam need to be given? Correct? Free में बांटो नहीं है ये. Don't misunderstand this. Be very clear that all are welcome, but as much as learning it, implementing it, preserving it, protecting it, and propagating it. 5 responsibilities come in the hand. What all are there? Learning it, implementing it, preserving it, protecting it, and propagating it. Yes or no? Tell me. Learning it, fine. implementing it fine, protecting it fine in your hand. But how will you propagate it and protect it? The only option you have is by proper selection. Proper selection of the next person who is eligible to take it, whom you know will not, even after that there are people after learning will misuse it. We have seen so many times. सीखने तक yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, सीखने के बाद चलो अब देखते हैं, now I know it. Like that in Laukika, so many it is there. Same thing is true for even this knowledge. Otherwise, how will you get a Kailasa and Nityananda Swami? Tell me. If it was protecting and if it was preserving, how can you get Kailasa and Nityananda Swami? Tell me. Today, alive in front of us, right? That means this knowledge what has come has been given to person who is not eligible to protect it and preserve it. He is misusing it. He is misusing it. Correct? Why should someone run away if everything was clean? Be here, na? Otherwise, this body is a jail. If you sit in another jail, what is the big difference? When Krishna himself was born in a jail, correct? Then why are you running away? So that itself tells. So let's be clear that it is not for stopping someone, but this protection. Sadvidwan upasrupyatam tatpaduka sevyatam. Sampradaya with Guru has to learn it by the Sampradaya, hand it over by the Sampradaya, ensure that you have, and then only your Rina gets over. Simple thing in our house, when a child is born, don't you promote and give everything what you know from your ancestors, what you have learned, don't you try to imbibe on with that child. Don't you try to protect it and go. Now imagine few things what you are doing, your children are not even thinking about it. So many things are there today. So many things. What we were doing, what we have a value, our children are not even thinking about it. What happened to all that? You tried to protect, but it cannot be protected, right? Are we able to get that? So protection is tougher than propagating. You can propagate and give it off, but protecting it is very, very tough. And that will come only with discipline and not by enforcing on people, but self-enforcement. The more you self-enforce and do it yourself, there will be someone who will look into it and just follow. One small example I'll give you. This is where you see a nice way of protection. Yesterday, day before yesterday on Thursday, after the Sahasranama lecture, 6-year-old girl sitting with a book which is longer than her. Okay. So I was, after the Sahasranama, I asked, Tuti, what is this? You are doing your homework or what? So she says, no, this is long book. I said, what is long book? Then she says, my father and mother calls this long book. I said, what is long book? Then someone asked, what are you doing? I am writing. I said, what, writing what, homework? No, I am writing what sir is saying. Okay, 6-year-old child is taking notes of what? I asked, what notes? Whatever you are teaching now, and I also write Sadhana Panchakam. Writing notes about Sadhana Panchakam. And how? When parents are sitting and listening, they are taking notes. So she feels that she is left out. So she also wants a book to write. And that is why a long book is given. And that long book is used not for school, but for taking such notes. Do we understand what is protection now? Protection doesn't come by telling others to do, but doing it yourself, imbibe it, just do it, do it, do it, do it. Automatically others will fake it and make it. Okay, so protection very important. Sadvidwan upasrupyatam tat paduka sevyatam. And what do you want to learn from that person now? What do you want to learn from that person? Technically, this particular tat paduka sevyatam actually means what you know. Because what is the next word coming after this? After tat paduka sevyatam? Brahmatmaikya, correct?
Brahmokaksharam Shruti-shiro Vakyam Samaparnyatam.
Yeah, Brahmaikaksharam arthyatam. Okay. Now, Brahma Eka Aksharam Arthyatam. If I have to understand that Eka Aksharam Brahma, then what am I supposed to do with this Sadvidwan Upasrupyatam and Tat Paduka Sevyatam? What does it actually mean? It means going out of Vanaprastha to Sannyasa. That is, going to Sannyasa ashrama, becoming a complete sannyasi, completely living of karma. Now I have only one goal in life, and that goal is understanding what Brahma, what is Atma, what is Brahman, and that Atma Vidya is the only goal in my life for which I am ready to leave everything and become a sannyasi. Correct? Tat Paduka Sevyatam. Now you understand how that Tat Paduka Sevyatam works perfectly now. If it was only just someone coming home in between, साल में 2 बार आते और आप पादुका पूजा करते, पाद पूजा करते, दैट इज नॉट तत् पादुका सेव्यता. उसमें से ऐश्वर्य घर पे मिलेगा, घर पे धान्यम धनम पशुम बहुपुत्र लाभम मिलेगा, लेकिन ज्ञानम नहीं मिलने वाला है. फॉर ज्ञानम यू विल हैव टू गो देयर एंड डू सेवा. दैट ज्ञानम कैनॉट कम टू यू, नो वे. ओके, even now if you feel that this knowledge is what we are getting is the proper sampradaya with, I will say no. You are only getting exposed to the knowledge. To get that right knowledge, you will have to go to that school, serve that teacher, and that teacher will properly unfold it. Then only you will get it in complete sense. Till that it is academic knowledge. All these are right now an academic knowledge. It is necessary also, because then only the liking towards it increases, that appetite for it comes, bhook lagti hai uski, and then you will start searching. Your search becomes more and more intense. So these are all, what do you call it, as screensaver khulta hai. We are just unfolding small bits and pieces to give you what it is. Then you can choose whether I should go for this intense learning, or I am happy with what I am doing as grihastha. Continue, do some bhakti to Bhagavan, and chalo theek hai, become old, die. Punarapi jananam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. No problem. That is also perfectly okay if you wish to. But if you say, no, I want moksha and I can't settle for anything less than that, then the answer is tad vidwan upasrupyatam tat paduka sevyatam, and then you will get Brahma ekaksharam arthyatam. What is this Brahman? Eka Aksharam Brahma. What is Atma? What is Atma Vidya? And what is Atma Tarhi Kaha? Then he will start Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha Panchakoshati Tassan Avastatraya Sakshi Satchidananda Swarupassan Yes Tishtati Sa Atma. You will say, yes sir, I have learned this in Tattva Bodha at Rajesh sir's class. He will say, forget all that. and he will start teaching again properly. Why? Now your focus is far more than what it was that time when you learned. Because this is the only goal. When you were learning, when Rajesh sir was teaching, that time half the mind was there. Gas पे क्या रखा है, कुकर का सीटी बजा कि नहीं, नोटबुक खत्म हुआ कि नहीं, डब्बा बनाया कि नहीं, बच्चे लोग तैयार हो गए कि नहीं. Correct? That time lot of karma was there. Correct? But at the same time I don't want to miss this. But now nothing of this. Only one job. क्या है? खाने का, श्रवणम मननम निदिध्यासनम, and Ishvara Bhakti and Guru Seva. Only job. 20 hours out of 24 only dedicated to Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam. Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam. That's all. Are you able to get that Tivrata it is? And that once that intense need, desire comes from inside, then automatically lot of things will start getting opened out and aligning itself properly. So Brahma Ekaksharam Arthyatam, how? Shruti Shiraha, from the Vedanta knowledge. What is Shruti? What is Shruti? Vedas.
Vedas.
Correct. And what is Shruti Shiraha? If Shruti is Veda, what is Shruti Shiraha?
What is on top of the Vedas, as in the start of the Vedas?
This is called academic knowledge. Now you understand? Just by knowing some grammar, immediately we go to the grammar and jump. Shruti Shiraha is, what is the head of Shruti? Veda Antaha. Vedanta knowledge. Shruti Shiraha means Vedanta. Shruti is Veda. Shruti Shiraha, which is the topmost, Viveka Chudamani. Correct? Chudamani is that which you wear on the forehead and there is a gem in the center. So that shines. Now here the reference is Viveka, the wisdom is shining like the Chudamani. My Viveka is shining like the Chudamani and that is Viveka Chudamani. Same way Shruti Shiraha is the head of the Shruti or the topmost knowledge, the pinnacle of the knowledge, which is Vedantic knowledge. Correct? The whole Shruti, the purpose of Shruti is for what? Shruti Shiraha. The Veda purpose is for Vedanta. Okay? And Shruti Shiraha Vakyam Samakarnyatam. What is Shruti Shira Vakyam? Samakarnyatam. Properly have to understand this. Without any mistake you have to understand. Akarnyatam. Listen to it. Understand it very clearly. What is that? Tattvamasi Mahavakyam Maham Brahmasmi Ayamatma Brahma. All Sayaschayam Purushe Yascha Savaditye Sa Ekaha. So many Mahavakyams are there in the Shruti. So understanding of that Vakyam, completely getting it clear. Now how it is done? Okay, this is done by a method called Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam. Now we understand, slowly we have come from karma to upasana to jnanam, and the steps in jnanam is what? In jnana yoga, Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam. What is Shravanam?
Study of systematic study of scriptures through Guru.
Every word is
Systematic
important.
and consistent study of the scriptures by
Something left out still. Systematic and consistent study of the scriptures. One part correct. Then, now you understand क्या होता है? कितना लोग को याद आया अभी?
Under the guidance of Guru.
Under the guidance of Guru. ठीक है, second part आ गया. हो गया क्या?
For a longer period of time.
For a length of time. Okay. So if that you have to remember, see how much time it took and still you are not able to recollect it. So if Shravanam definition itself I can't recollect, you understand why? Our mind is stuck in karma. Do you understand? Why you are not able to? Because that focus for this thing is, ठीक है, चलता है, ये भी सुन लेंगे जरा, अच्छा है, it is good, you know, अच्छा, it gives me a good some knowledge, मन को अच्छा लगता है, but it starts that way, perfectly fine, but once that tivrata, no, I need this knowledge, then all this will have to be, it will get by-hearted by itself, because every word is now important. Systematic and consistent study of the scriptures for a length of time under an able, alive Guru is called Shravanam. Systematic and consistent study of the scriptures. ठीक है, स्क्रिप्चर्स समझ में आया. What is systematic? One day I opened the book, Max Muller's Vedanta, and I read 2 chapters in it. Then I close it. Then I remove ISKCON Bhagavad Gita, read just 2 chapters. Chapter number 7 and chapter number 15. Then close it. Then I will remove some other book and read 3 chapters, and with that I get some masala in my head, and then I start talking to everyone saying I know what this whole thing is about. Is that systematic learning? Systematic learning is going from first standard to second standard to third to, like that, slowly unfolding out and graduating. And what is this unfolding method? We will see it later on. That has not yet come. How that systematic learning is there. Now, is it enough that systematically I learned Tattva Bodha, but did I consistently learn it? If I consistently learned, I would have remembered. I would have remembered Shravanam, right? That means I systematically learned, but I didn't consistently learn it. That means I did not repeat the learning. I did not keep on repeating the learning. Right? Only when you dwell on it, so with some new knowledge, again you dwell on the old knowledge, immediately that unfolds better. Then again a new knowledge will come, with that you go back to the old knowledge, again it will open out much better. So first you learn Tattva Bodha, you will feel that yes, I understood. Then when you learn Bhagavad Gita, you will understand, oh, this is what Tattva Bodha was telling. Correct? So with Bhagavad Gita knowledge, when you learn Tattva Bodha, again now it has unfolded more. The teacher continued to teach the same thing at both the times. Correct? The eligibility and the ability of the student has now improved. Then after some Upanishad, when you go back to Tattva Bodha again, now it reveals much more. Every word starts revealing much more. Right? And that is called consistent studying. Like someone came and told our Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Pujya Swamiji, I have gone through all the 10 Upanishads. So he asked, how many Upanishads have gone through you? Even if one Upanishad has gone through you, you don't need the balance Upanishad. That is what is called consistent learning. Are you able to get that? Systematic learning, consistent learning. Of what? Not Laukika knowledge, but Atma Vidya or Brahma Vidya, or that quintessential knowledge, which by knowing that one thing, you will know everything else in the world. Eka Vijnanena Sarva Vijnanam Bhavati is the Pratijna given. Kathopanishad. Teach me that one thing by which I will know everything in the world, and only that knowledge what is given is Atma Vidya. You know about yourself, you will know about everything else in this universe. If you know everything in the universe but not know about yourself, all that knowledge is useless, because you do not have the main base knowledge, which is knowledge about yourself. So unfolding myself to me is this knowledge which has to be done systematically, and I can learn everything, but I cannot learn about myself. That is the beauty of it. My eyes cannot see itself directly. It needs a mirror to reflect it. Do we understand? Can your eyes see your eyes itself? If someone says yes, then I will ask the next question. Using your mobile, can you ring your own mobile? Whenever a ring comes from your own number to your own mobile, try it out. Take your mobile and put your own number and press call. What will come? What will you hear?
Engage.
इस रूट के सभी लाइन व्यस्त है कि नहीं? व्यस्त है. You will never be able to reach it, and that is why you need someone to help you to reach to yourself. Someone needs to reflect you as a mirror. So the Shastra Darpana is shown by the Guru, and when you see yourself through the Shastras, that is the time you understand what you yourself is. Are we able to get this? Okay. So, consistent and systematic knowledge for a length of time. ऐसा नहीं कि 2 दिन कर लिया, आज एकादशी है, कल द्वादशी है, हो गया, उसके बाद अगला वैकुंठ एकादशी में देखेगी, ये साल का उपवास खत्म. Will not work. Consistent, systematic learning for a period of time. It has to be a real length of time. I will add few more things. From the same teacher, even if teacher changes, lot of things will change. Even if you are learning Advaita Vedanta, if the teacher changes, lot of things change. Because the teacher has a particular way to open it out. You change the teacher. For example, I will tell you, how many people are there from yoga? Many are there here. And you all have all experienced. If I take a particular topic, Shama madam takes the same topic, Anuja takes the same topic, Ravi sir takes the same topic, will the same topic be opened out? The content will not change, but the approach, the way, doesn't it change? And when do you know? Tell me, when do you know that all are talking the same? In the first class you will understand. Suppose you hear first time from me, then second time from Anuja, third time from Ravi, fourth time from Shama. Will you still feel that it is the same one? Or many a times when you have heard from different people, then you say, oh, they are talking the same thing only. It is just a different way of expressing it. Correct? But imagine if you are the new student, you will be thoroughly confused. This teacher had told like this, now this teacher is telling like this. And to avoid such a confusion, we say go with one teacher. Don't evaluate the teacher is good or bad. Be with that teacher for a consistent period of time, and if you are able to, if that much knowledge dawns on you, saying that, oh, this teacher is not good, useless, that itself is a very good knowledge you have got, because you have got a capability to at least evaluate that the teacher is good or not, and that ability you got from this teacher only, not from anyone else. So you have to be thankful to that teacher. Correct? So learn from one teacher, and hence my sincere request is, many people have access to many such knowledge available, especially in Google there are many available. Till we mature and come to a level that we understand it and we are able to come and look at things from a helicopter's view, avoid listening to any other teacher. But you should have a clear idea that no, we need to complete this. Not that chalo ek ka hi sunega lekin kitna sunne ka malum nahi hai. No. At least I need to complete the whole Bhagavad Gita. At least I need to complete one or two Upanishad. Then there is a level of maturity which has already come. Then with that maturity, when you listen to anyone, then you will never be reacting or responding to it. You will only evaluate what is the viewpoint that person has taken. That's all. Getting it? Till that we will respond, and we will, because then it's a problem to us. Because every such response is going to tarnish my mind. Every such response which I make, suppose I make a response, oh, this person is not, nahi, kuch to gadbad hai. That sir is telling very well. That Acharya, that Guruji is telling very well. The moment you have done it, you have now created a scar on your own mind. Correct? How much you put effort to clean that scars and keep that mind clean and ready, receptive, why bring a new scar? Then some people will go further. They will say, sir, I have a doubt. That teacher in that class told like this about the same thing. You are telling something different, which is correct. Now you see how much that mind has started working. Now the mind is not working to understand the topic. The mind is working to evaluate whether this teacher is correct or that teacher is correct. Correct? So we are now losing focus. To avoid losing focus, because you have put a lot of effort to get that ekagrata and get that mind channelized, to stick with one teacher, taking notes, you have been very, very systematic, you have put a lot of effort. Don't allow it to slip for some time. And once you know, and I'll tell you, how will you know whether it is right or wrong? Ye ho gaya ki nahi? Whether I am matured, am I able to, when should I listen to someone? When do I know ki, I know something about it? Tell me. Because there are many teachers here, I am asking this question. How will you know now you have matured out little in that?
I think everyone's class or everyone's teaching with the same attitude.
No, you have not yet gone to teaching. See, understand your level. You are now a student and you are learning this from one teacher. And for our example's sake, let us put it this way, you are learning from me, you are the student. And the point is, I am saying do not listen to anyone else till you mature out learning with me. For this specific reason, I am not saying that you have to do it that way. But for this example, I am taking it like this. I am the teacher, you are the student, you continue learning for a period of time and you feel that now I am matured with this learning from this teacher. How will you know that you have matured out little? You should know, otherwise I am telling you to operate something which you would say I do not know to operate, then there will be a problem. I can't imagine that you know.
Paradox. You are saying that not to listen to anybody else for this particular period of time if I do not listen to anybody else, how would I know that what you are telling and what he's telling, the approach may be different,
That is
the
what you should
content is
not
the
do.
same.
That is what I'm saying you should not do. What is your objective? To learn or to evaluate teachers? I'm very
Literally,
clearly saying your objective is to learn, right?
yes.
So you have decided one teacher, learn. How do you know that I'm matured
Mature.
from that teacher? Only once you know that, then you listen to someone, I'm going to say.
That is when Mananam comes.
Beyond a point, if I feel that it is becoming repetition for me,
Means what? Means what? Means what? Come on. And we all have experienced this, sir. We all have experienced this. Every teacher has got a particular signature of teaching. So the moment a topic is started, you know next this person is going to open out this thing. You can preempt, oh now this example he is going to take. I'm sure in your mind you have already started. अब ये example तो पक्का बोलने वाला है. This quotation he is going to tell. What does that mean? Are you able to get this? If it is going to be Greek and Latin, oh this person, अरे ये क्या बोल रहा है समझ में नहीं आया. That means no, a lot of information has to go in. Once these informations are available inside, then you start connecting it. When you multiple times hear the same or similar topic, and once you are able to connect it, then every person has a different signature. When you sit in pranayam class of Ravi sir, you know how we will go. When you sit in Rajesh sir's pranayam class, you will know how we will go. When it comes to this, he will take this as an example. When it comes to this, he will touch on this as an example. You know it clearly. How? That many multiple times you have heard and you know that perfect connections are there. That means matured out. That means, in another word, it actually starts getting repeated. But it's a very nice thing because the bell is ringing first in your mind and then coming out from the teacher's mouth. That's a very nice feeling of, yes, I got it. Abhi mujhe samajh mein aaya. Yes, I got it. Then you're maturing out, right? That time start listening to others, because that conviction on that knowledge and taught by the teacher has gone to a great extent. The roots are firm onto that ground now. Abhi kitna bhi hawa aayega to it will not get uprooted. Otherwise, if it is just on fragile, any time anyone says anything, it will uproot. They need not say anything differently. They just need to give one simple example by which you have got attracted. That is good enough. Imagine like this, you keep listening to different people and every time jumping. It is like opening two books, reading one chapter, then again closing that, reading another chapter from another book. It exactly means that. So we should not do that. Are we able to get this? Consistent, systematic studies of the Shastra for a period of time. This is how much I have told now. Is every word now ringing the bell clearly? Every word has a different meaning here. Or till now you are bundling all this together and saying one meaning only, correct? Now every word is a different meaning. And when they all come together, you have encompassed a lot of things in these 4 words. It qualitatively tells you what that type of study should be there. Then from whom to study? An able, learned Acharya. That is what is called Sampradaya with Guru. And how do you know he is a Sampradaya with Guru? If he is not teaching what I have asked, but if he says, sit, I know how to teach you, I will teach you that way. If you have the patience, you sit and learn. Otherwise, thank you, bye-bye. He is only Sampradaya with Guru. Let me be very clear. Sir, I have a doubt. Can you please explain how that Atma in me and Paramatma is the same? Second day of Tattva Bodha lecture, the question comes. What am I supposed to answer? Tell me. If you are a teacher of Tattva Bodha, second day if this question comes, how that Atma and Paramatma is the same, because I have read it somewhere, na Aham Brahmasmi. Can I even think of answering it? Impossible. So wait. You need to have patience. We will slowly unfold it. We will answer it. But if you don't have patience, okay, thank you. Go for a crash course anywhere. Good for you. And good for me. 100% good for me. I don't know whether good for you. 100% good for me. Very clear. Because it takes that much time to slowly understand, unfold, get. You know how many people have gone through the actual doing of churning of dahi to get butter? Actually, don't come and tell me that I purchased butter and I know exactly what is to it. How many people have actually done it? Then you will know what that procedure is. If you put more speed, does it come? If you put more hot water, will it come? If you put cold water, will it come? The right thing has to be done at the right time, in the right proportion. Then only the right way butter will come out. Till that, where is that butter? It is in a coded form inside. Right? Your effort, the teacher is the instrument, the butter is the knowledge which will come out, and you have to put your effort and churn it out and take it from the teacher properly. Whatever you try to do shortcut will not work here. Right? Exactly
that part.
Exactly like that. So Sampradaya with, for a period of time, when properly opened out, then everyone can understand it, because it is nothing from outside. It is your own nature which is being told. Why you will not understand it? So everyone can understand it. But that much of Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Now you understand why all these are important before coming here. If Shama, Dama is not there, sir, tell quickly now, Saas bhi kabhi bahuti is going to start. Sir, jaldi khatam karo na. That time when Tattvamasi is going to unfold, your mind is already in Saas bhi kabhi bahuti. What is going to happen? Nothing. Okay. Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam, all gone. Panchi जैसा उड़ गया. क्या मिलने वाला है? तत्वमसी बटर आएगा क्या कभी? Never it will come. Are we able to get that? So it takes its own time, and for every person the time is different, because every person's ability to understand, ability to connect will be different, and that much the teacher will have to take time with every person, slowly take them through that, make them understand, and then further go ahead. Are we able to get that? So Shravanam is that consistent, systematic learning of the Shastras for a period of time or a length of time from an able and alive Acharya. That has to be added. Someone will say, I have Adi Shankaracharya as my Guru. Then when question comes, we will say, please go and ask Adi Shankaracharya. I have Google as my Guru or a textbook. You have a question, now you please ask the textbook. Let us see how much answer you get. Why do you come to me for asking a question? Because you know only a alive person can answer it, right? Same way only a live person can teach and clarify. So please, you can always have them as photo mein very good. I do namaskara. Sada Shiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam. After that, one major line is there. Asmadacharya Paryantam. Not Shankaracharya Paryantam, na? Asmadacharya means what? Who is alive in front of me and teaching me. That Vande Guru Parampara. Narayanam Padmabhuvam Shaktimcha Tatputra Parasharancha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govindam Yogindram Atha Asya Shishyam Shri Shankaracharya Padmapadancha Hastamalakancha Shishyam Tam Trotakam Vartikakaramanya Asmadgurum again Santatam Anatosmi, till my teacher. So when you say my teacher has to be an alive teacher, interactive teacher, answerable teacher, questionable teacher, one who is able to make you understand teacher. Correct? Very clear? So no more imaginary gurus. All them do, they are very good for namaskara. Asampradaya with teachers are there. Do you know who are asampradaya with teachers? Who have not learned through the sampradaya technique. There are many people. Okay. There are many people. Asampradaya with teachers. Okay. Now, maybe I can take some names. I may be wrong. It may be because of my wrong understanding also. But at least to what information available at this Janma is what I understand, so I go by that. Sai Baba is a Sampradaya with teacher or Asampradaya with teacher? Very sensitive now. Vedanta will touch every sensitive point, don't worry about it. Tell me, Sai Baba is a Sampradaya with teacher or Asampradaya with teacher?
Sampradaya with teacher.
Simple. He would have been a Sampradaya with teacher in last Janma, I don't know. In this Janma, he has not gone to a Sampradaya teacher and learnt. Although he is teaching the Vedanta which is completely perfect. Are you able to get? So it is difficult for me to learn from him the Sampradaya way. It is very difficult for me to learn from the Sampradaya way. Maybe by Chamatkar and Siddhi he will teach many things. That is a different thing. He may touch my head and I will get all the knowledge. That all I don't know. But that Sampradaya with way of unfolding part by part in a particular sequence, I cannot learn from him. Are we able to get this? Please understand, it is nothing against anyone. 1 minute.
I doubt.
Parul, 1 minute, wait.
Okay.
It is nothing against a teacher. Please understand this. This doesn't mean respect reduces. Absolutely not. When there is a heart specialist and when there is an anesthetist, are both required or not for an operation? Do you have a less respect for the person who is giving anesthesia? No. We are only saying that that person has not learned how to operate the heart. Correct? Same way the heart specialist cannot give anesthesia, how much ever he may be a heart specialist. He doesn't know how to give anesthesia. Same way, Sampradaya with teacher has learned the Sampradaya way and can teach the Sampradaya way. A Sampradaya with teacher will have knowledge. Hence we respect, we do namaskara, we do puja, we do pada puja, we do all sevas but we don't learn Atma Vidya from them. Are we able to get that? We don't learn Atma Vidya from them. We may learn any other thing which is generally karma related, generally upasana related, perfectly okay. But Atma Vidya has to be learned from a sampradaya with teacher only. Then only it works. Now open out your questions.
So you have answered the question.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Sir, then do they qualify as Jnani in Tattvadarshina? The qualification that Gita speaks about?
He's a jnani.
Realization that he is a Jnani
Huh.
and he has a knowledge of Tattva also.
Otherwise, how is he? 1 minute, 1 minute. Repeat your question.
He is a Jnani, he is a realized soul who has realized, who has the knowledge means.
Huh? Repeat your
He
question.
is a realized person, Jnani, Mukta person, Mukta Purusha.
Huh.
So Mukta Purusha may not qualify as a Sampradaya with teacher. So my statement is correct?
Now third time the statement has got changed. The first 2 times it was different, now it is changed. So which one is your
Person
question?
qualifies that you answered. That yes, he is a Jnani, he is qualified as a Jnani.
Huh.
So you have answered the first part. Then followed portion is then a Jnani person may not be qualified as a Sampradaya with teacher.
Huh.
Is this understanding correct?
Of course, 100% true. Ramana Maharshi is a jnani. Jnaneshwar Maharaj is a jnani.
Okay, but they were also teachers.
Yeah, but they are not sampradaya with teachers.
Sampradaya. Okay.
Ah.
So means how does the learning?
They have the
different-
knowledge. See, understand one thing.
Yeah.
Here we are not doubting the knowledge. What is the difference?
From the aspect of the student, I'm asking.
Listen. What is the difference between sampradaya with teacher and asampradaya with teacher? The difference is when you talk of a sampradaya with teacher and asampradaya with teacher, both are jnanis. First thing. Okay. The Shastras tell you have to learn it only from jnani. Complete jnani who has completed Nididhyasanam also, he will only be able to teach properly. That is the first thing. Okay. Now you may have jnanis who have not been a sampradaya with student. Like Ramana Maharshi, like Sai Baba. They are not sampradaya with student because they didn't go to any Gurukula. They didn't learn the Shastras, at least in this Janma, from a proper teacher in a proper sequence. Okay, so they are exceptions. But you have many people who have gone to Gurukulas and learn, and they are jnanis also. So first is learn from a jnani. The jnani needs to be a sampradaya with teacher and learn from them. Now, the difference between a sampradaya with teacher. Now, second point is not that always you will have a jnani. So what they say is, at least if they are not a jnani, learn from a sampradaya with teacher. Why? A jnani has a knowledge but may not have the ability to communicate the knowledge to the student coming down to the student's level. A sampradaya with teacher, by the course of learning in a proper way, also has acquired the way to communicate this knowledge the way he or she has learned to the next person. So they also know how to communicate it and unfold it sequentially. Getting it? They will be jnani, so they can learn it and they can understand it. But we are ajnani. So we may not be able to learn the way they are teaching it. Correct? Simply sit and do Aham Brahmasmi, you will feel sleepy, correct? Who am I? Who am I? Ramana Maharshi says, ask the question, who am I? Who am I? Suppose if we say, sit and simply ask the question, who am I? Who am I? After some time, sound will come. Nicely you are sleeping. Snoring sound will only come, nothing will come. Correct or not? For coming to a level to ask this question, who am I? You need to prepare yourself such a lot. And that is what the Sampradaya teaches. So once you come to that level, then after, see, every person does not end up becoming just a jnani with one teacher. Huh? Never. They will also go through series of teachers. Correct? And so many a times you will understand that better because of your sampradaya with knowledge. So once you have a particular level, then when the question is asked, you sit and meditate, who am I? Then you are able to know what that person is referring to. So after you learn from a sampradaya with teacher, even you can understand much easily a sampradaya with guru teaching you also. Take that jnanam, but for that you have to have, it is like they are talking PhD students. Here we are still senior KG. So come to a level, then expose yourself to them, then you will be able to get it better. Okay? Otherwise, the chances of misunderstanding is high. Correct? So, and hence, very clearly, there is a lot of focus on sampradaya with teacher. Lalita Sahasranamam tells Sampradayeshwari Rajni Guru Mandala Pujita. Whenever you go there properly it comes and gives you a, so Sampradaya with Guru Mandala Pujita. See how very clearly, so whenever the Shastras are talking, it will very explicitly tell that. Again, absolutely no reason to have less respect or anything. The respect as jnani is multifold. They are Siddha Purushas, they are jnanis, they are Mukta Purushas. So 100% to them, our koti pranamas will be there, Shraddha will be there, Bhakti will be there. But I am not eligible today to learn from them. So I go to a junior KG teacher who will unfold it properly. And they are called Sampradaya with teachers. Are we able to get this? Hope you have not got a confusion. If I have created a confusion, then I cannot pardon myself, because that is asampradaya with teaching.
Jnaneshwar was Shishya of Niruttina, and then Gainanath.
So then he must be sampradaya with. Okay, see, that's why I'm saying I'm not aware. Whoever has learned the Shastras by a proper Guru Shishya in the right way, slowly unfolding, is a Sampradaya with. Very clearly. I may be wrong.
That was a Natha Sampradaya.
Correct, Natha Sampradaya. Correct. So I may be wrong there. Or I am wrong there. Why I may be? Yes, he has learned from Nivritti. No, correct.
Hear of myself.
Yes. So from that perspective, the principles don't change. Whoever is a teacher who has taught by that proper way, and the next person has taken it, then further. Now, surprisingly, has Jnaneshwar Maharaj taught anyone in this way? In this way. Maybe very few. Or may not be there, I don't know.
No, he has taught to the common public.
That is not Sampradaya with. Now you understand? That is sharing of knowledge, but that is not Sampradaya with teaching.
I do not know who was the Shishya.
Yeah, see, something like this, very sequentially, how he learned from his brother, like that. Has he taught one person? Yes, then it comes under the Sampradaya.
He has learned from the Guru.
Yeah. Okay, clear?
Sir, one more question.
Huh.
So does that mean as a student, before going to a teacher, does this mean it has to be checked? whether the teacher is Sampradaya with or Asampradaya with.
After 12th standard or after your graduation, when you apply for universities in US, what do you do?
Recommendation.
Simply you go anywhere and ask anyone? Or you decide that I want in Purdue University, I want in this university only to do under this professor? Who taught you all that? Did you go to him and learn anything to tell you that?
Also, there was a research done to check.
Person. So when you are in that field, you will do a research. This is also a similar field. Your exposure may be to 4 people, 5 people, 10 people, but once you get exposed to them and you only. Why? Correct? So there are certain criteria which you yourself set in. You do a some amount of, maybe the first time for you to get exposed to it, you would not. Accidentally you get exposed to it. But if it's a conscious decision that I want to go to learn, where you're going to put an effort, will not you do a homework? Will not you go and at least try to meet that person and just get a flavor of, because once you meet a person, at least some idea you get. Achar, vichar, kaisa hai, how that person is. Right? And here when we talk about it, here we are talking of sannyasa. Huh? Here this knowledge is with sannyasa, which means no teacher will give, no acharya, no guru will give sannyasa to a shishya like that only. If someone says that I want to take sannyasa and you go to any ashrama, they will say you be here for 6 months. You be here for 1 year. Then we will talk about it. So in that 1 year you will know how things happen, what is sannyasa, how that life is, everything. Then are you ready mentally? No, I want it, okay, take it. That means you are mentally ready. Because sannyasa is an ashram from where you cannot come back. Huh? It is like saying from Grahastha ashrama, can you go back to Brahmacharya ashrama? Is it possible? Impossible. Same way from sannyasa, you cannot come back to Vanaprastha or Grahastha ashrama and all, not possible. You can avoid taking sannyasa, it is not a must. But having taken, you cannot come back saying that I am all alone, no one is there to talk to me, no one is asking me coffee is, what time you can get coffee and when tea is available. Bhikshan dehi karatala bhikshas tarutala vasaha. You have to be mentally very clearly prepared psychologically for it. So they will also not give so early. There are people who spend 10 years and then decide, no, I will take sannyasa. Okay, not in this ashram, let me go. Are, I have heard. So you go to Rishikesh, you have a mela of ashrams. Correct? Like when you go to Viviana Mall, you do window shopping. Like that, if you want to do window shopping of ashram, you can go to place like Rishikesh. And each of these ashram will allow you to stay by paying some money. तो 2-2 हफ्ता रहने का है कि नहीं, बीच बीच में सुनने का थोड़ा, अरे ये क्या बोल रहे, ये महाराज क्या बोल रहे, वो महाराज क्या बोल रहे. You will have to do your R&D homework. या पहला ही if you know love at first sight, ये टीचर को देखा नहीं, इसके साथ ही रहने का है, fair enough, then you are not bothered of anything. The only criteria is to be with this teacher and learn, over. Then you will not have any regrets also, right? All that challenge, homework, questioning comes because my ahankara is not ready to submit. Think about it. If ahankara is ready to submit, any teacher doesn't matter. So you will just do a basic homework. You will not, if you are capable to evaluate the teacher that much, then you don't need that jnanam, right? So as an ajnani only we are going to evaluate. It's like finding out the right doctor to show an ailment. How much knowledge you have about it to evaluate the doctor? Nothing. Then what? Here say, you have heard my kaku's son and my mama's daughter and this one and that one and her husband's sister and that one's brother-in-law all got cured, and everyone said it is good. Okay, let me also go to that person. Yes or no? Reference. What else is there? Then after going there, not that everyone are going to be treated. For every doctor there are certain cases where those patients who went in with so much of Shraddha will come out saying that I may die but not go back to this doctor again. Yes or no? Like that, for every guru some disciples will be there. I may not take sannyasa again, my life is ruined because of this teacher. Possible. As much it is possible in a marriage, as much it is possible in a doctor's place, same thing is possible even in a Guru Shishya. Finally, it is human interaction. Correct? So it is as easy, as complex, or as very manageable, or chalo, give and take. I will also give something, let us see, let me submit. ठीक है, try whatever you want. Finally, if you want that knowledge, you will be ready to do what you want. That's all. Once you give up that ego, the knowledge will come, or the knowledge is there. It need not come also. You will understand it. That's all. Clear? So all this do not have a very clear answer. Each experience is going to be different. If you hit at the first time, perfectly lucky. Or like some people, after 7 years of learning Carnatic music, they will say, oh, I have understood after 7 years that I am not made up for learning music. Okay, at least in 7 years you understood what you are made up of. Not for music. Chalo, abhi to chodo. Abhi to give sannyasa for music. Same way. Suppose you understand that I am not made up for Atma Vidya. By leaving Atma Vidya, you are protecting it. That is also protection and preservation. Correct? Why not? Why not? Instead of wrongly holding on to it, wrongly propagating it, graciously leaving it is also doing a very good service to Shastras. Why not? Finally, we have to be true to ourselves. It is not to get any किसी से एक सर्टिफिकेट मिलने के लिए नहीं कर रहे हम. It is our knowledge, it is our that feeling of being that not feeling that I am mukta, I am not a baddha. It is completely about you, yourself, your mind, your intellect, your chitta. Correct? So there is no way that you need to show off to anyone. You have to be utmost true. That is why they say a sannyasi means should be like a glass. Aar par pura dikhna manta hai. There is nothing that a person should hide. Then where is sannyasa? Where is sannyasa then? The fact
I am at the Vanaprastha stage.
huh?
I am at a Vanaprastha stage. And you say from Vanaprastha to sannyas.
Huh.
Means
So-
how? How?
Sorry, I can't hear you clearly.
I am at a Vanaprastha stage.
Huh.
It is like that. So, you said you have to go Vanaprastha to sannyasa.
Hmm.
What it means, how?
First of all, if you want to go to sannyasa, you will have to leave grihastha. If my mind is not ready to leave that, then all this knowledge and everything is secondary. It's a pure evaluation. We have to be self-evaluating ourselves very clearly. Am I ready? Because now you have two goals. One goal is Atma Vidya. Sannyasa is only a path or an instrument for knowledge. It is not a must that I simply, because I have completed in Vanaprastha, now I am 80 years old, I have to go to sannyasa. No, not at all. Once you have the feeling that I don't want this samsara, I don't want to be in this relationship, they are anyway not binding me, I have a bigger things to learn, I have something more meaningful to do, and these are actually impediments, then you will leave it. So far as that feeling doesn't come from inside, don't even think about sannyasa, because it is not needed. It is not a must that everyone should take sannyasa. And if you tell that only with sannyasa this knowledge will come, that is also wrong. Because this knowledge can come to anyone and everyone, irrespective of varna, ashrama. But human being is a must. Okay. Now, suppose the only difference is I am very much interested in this knowledge, but I am very comfortable to be in this current setup, and they are not troubling me, and I can do what I want. Fair enough, be in that setup and continue to learn. Suppose you start feeling, no, this setup is becoming an impediment for my learning, then automatically vairagya from the setup will come. When vairagya comes, you will search for better setups, and a better setup is a sannyasa. Okay, so there is nothing called a must. Understand that there is a possibility like this. बोलते हैं ना, नहीं मेरा जी लगता नहीं है यहाँ पे, I don't want to, मुझे ये जकड़ा हुआ लगता है ये. Okay, when you start feeling that, that is the time you have to start seeing whether something else you are feeling relaxed. If you feel relaxed there, then drop this and go there. Then it is going to sannyasa. Or I have a clear objective, I am not bothered about the setup, I want this knowledge, for that I am ready to do anything. Then again leave it and go to a person who can give you that knowledge. That is again sannyasa.
And then part of the time, or for some time, there are, say for a year or 6 months, I can go to somebody and again come to me, my own day, which is not much attached भी नहीं रहता है वो.
Fair enough. Do it that way. Do it whatever. See, the idea is not how you are doing it. The idea is to get this knowledge and be with the knowledge. Whatever works for you is perfectly okay. You can go to a 2 years, 1 year camp into some ashrama, learn it, complete it, and then come with that knowledge, and then continue your life in this setup with that knowledge. Perfectly okay. It is not a must that you have to take sannyasa. Like what they call it as a sabbatical, temporary sannyasa. Sabbatical is a temporary sannyasa.
Asama. Asama na
But understand, these are all at the peripheral level. Okay. The fact that you say that I want that knowledge and then I will come back to this setup and continue with that knowledge, that means the binding of this setup is there before the knowledge and after the knowledge. That means the knowledge has not actually done anything to you. Think about it.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
If the knowledge has done something to you, then the setup will not have any meaning, na?
Right.
That is why we are all ajnanis. We are stuck in the setup.
Phase of attachment is there.
Correct. We are stuck in the setup. We are not stuck in the knowledge. The knowledge is good, but I want that knowledge in this setup. खाना कितना भी बढ़िया रहने दो, मेरा ही थाली में मुझे दे दो. थाली चेंज हुआ तो खाना खाने को मजा नहीं आता है. समझ में आ रहा है?
I have only knowledge.
So
What apply?
नहीं, see, what I am saying is, that is why it has to be unfolded very, very slowly. I can never imagine that whoever are sitting here all would understand the same thing at the same level. No, not possible. Every person's understanding is in a different way. So the questions will be different. Someone would say everything is very good, बहुत अच्छा लगा. If खाली 2-4 story और रहता तो मजा आता था. then we understand, okay, bhai, inka level ye hai. They look at stories. But real Vedanta is not stories. It is Atma Jnanam. So it is going to be dry. Some people say, अरे बोर यार कितना वही चीज बोलते बैठेगा, repeat करते जा रहा है. Idea is how much of that has gone through you is the question next. Right?
Very difficult to that thing going through.
See, that is why Kathopanishad tells that Kshurasya Dhara Nihita, that if Sadhana Chatushtaya is there, it will never be Kshurasya Dhara. If Sadhana Chatushtaya is not there, every step in Vedanta will be like walking on a sharp razor. It will cut, because it is cutting now yourself. I tried doing something and I know what I am doing is Avedantic. I think something, it is Avedantic. And it starts slapping every time. That is Kshurasya Dhara. I can't go there also, I can't be here also. Slowly that stage will come. Then the answer for that is what? Come on, quickly go and do your Sadhana Chatushtaya. The fact that it is dragging you there, but you are not prepared means what? I have to compete, but I am not ready means what? Do your exercise. Go and compete. No other option. You can't run away from that competition, right? It is my mind which is pulling me into this Atma Vidya, right? It is not someone else who is telling me to go to Atma Vidya. If my mind is continuously dragging me and the other part of the mind is playing with me, I need to do Sadhana Chatushtaya. There is no other answer to it. Are you able to get that? So the answer is also known to everyone, but how much are we ready to do it? That is why the student is called as Dhira. That person who is bold to take that step that I will do it, who has got that will, is called Dhira. Puman. He says, you have taken such a bold step of will to go ahead and learn it. You are a Dhira, you are a Pandita. There itself, the Shastra tells. Getting it?
Yeah.
Hopefully, Sadhana Panchakam is unfolding the whole stages slowly from where we go to where we can go. We may be somewhere in between, wherever, I don't know. Every person will have to evaluate themselves. But right from karma, are we doing it? Then Nishkama karma, and from there Grihastha-ashrama, Nishkama karma, then Vanaprastha, then slowly start reducing karma, go to Upasana, get the mind stable, get all those things in place, then learn, see for a guru, then Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, and then be free and over. That's it. That is why in 5 steps he has completed it. Sadhana Panchakam over. 41 things, you do it and you are done. Don't think too much about it. And the fact that we say we think itself says that our ahankara is very strong. I thought about it. Means what? I valued my ahankara. I did not value the Dharma Shastras. I thought and I evaluated whether I should do it or not. Means what? I valued only my ahankara. And the Shastra says there is no scope to value that ahankara. Makes sense? So if this is understood, then Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Right. Hopefully, let us see. My idea is if we are able to complete this by Uttarayana, then in Uttarayana we can start Bhagavad Gita, which is after Sankranti. But in case it doesn't get over, then we may take couple of lectures. Then after Republic Day, after Uttarayana, what? Republic Day. After Republic Day we will start. Otherwise February में कुछ देख लेंगे, महाशिवरात्रि आएगा, something will come, some निमित्त, हाँ, just to say that चलो अभी चालू करेंगे. Okay, ठीक है, चलो, right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः.
Thank you, sir.
One more, one information. 25th December. 25th December is Christmas. 100% it's a holiday. For all the people, irrespective we are Christians or not, we have a holiday. I don't know whether we get holiday for Diwali or not, but for Christmas everyone has a holiday. So, on that day, in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit, let us do some good job, which is chanting the Bhagavad Gita, complete 18 chapters. It is Gita Divas. 25th December is Gita Divas. It is also called Vaikuntha Ekadashi, a very nice day. So there are 3 reasons for us to chant. One is Lord Jesus Christ's birthday. Second is Vaikuntha Ekadashi. Third one is Gita Divas. So we will chant all the 18 chapters, mostly from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 6:15, and then continue with Vishnu Sahasranama after that. Okay, so that is a tentative time. I am just waiting and I will confirm you the time, but tentatively it will be that. So whoever wants, and that day the invitation will be for all the children who are learning Bhagavad Gita in heap, for all the children who are learning Bhagavad Gita in Sampradaya. All the children will attend hopefully. Let us see क्या है. सब जितना भगवद गीता प्रेमी लोग के लिए we will together we will do it. ठीक है?
It will be on Meet or Zoom.
It we'll see all that. It will be in Zoom only. No YouTube and all. It will be in Zoom only. Yeah. Chalo. Okay. Right.
Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद.